is Security and Development Analyst Abdullateef Ishowo. He joins us as an author as well. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, my sister.
Good. You know, yesterday we were all about this topic as well. Very important topic. We heard what the president, had said. But I'll just take you through this little research because we know that in 2020, 203, IGP Balogun ordered the withdrawal. We also know that in 209, IGP Onovo directed the withdrawal as well. In 2010, the IGP also withdrew it. In 2012, it was withdrawn. But at the end of the day, it was never implemented. We heard a lot of this, the police officers will not be with VIPs, but it never happened. Why do we feel like this is the time that it will happen? Is it because it's coming from the president? And how important is it for us to put our feet on the ground for this particular one?
Well, thank you very much. Good morning, Nigerians. Let me just say that, or let me say first, that I wouldn't know how to strike a balance between the emotions of Nigerians, what Nigerians expect, and what the realities are all over the world, because this touches on the emotions of Nigeria. Having said that, Nigerians have to understand the critical importance of security in a democracy. Founding fathers of democracy like Aristotle, Plato, John Locke, to us, they all emphasize the importance of security. In fact, in Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, security came number 2 after food and shelter. This emphasizes how security is important to a nation. So no president in the world will want his country not to be secure. But we battle with the problem of complexity in this country. A veteran writer, Chidi Amuta, referred to Nigeria as a country where we have about 200 million presidents, without sovereignty. We have only one president with sovereignty. These 200 million presidents know what to be done, but the president doesn't. So, in a sense, we are all right, but the president is wrong.
That's right.
However, if you look at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we have to look into what led us to where we are now. The historical background you just given now on this very policy explains why we continue to emphasize the need for us to deviate from policy somersault as a people and as a country. When you pronounce something, you follow it to the letter. Well, you just hear on news that the Nigerian president or the security department have announced this, and this is never implemented, and it is because of the complexity we are talking about. If you look at what is happening now, you will understand what led President Tinubu to this. What led him to this is, of course, the insecurity ravaging the country at the moment, and of course the, intervention of the U.S., President Trump, designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern. All this brought together led to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu withdrawing the security details of the VIPs in Nigeria. But having pronounced it, let this be done. Let it be implemented to the latter. But however, even though some Nigerians are saying that it should be implemented, there are 2 schools of thought now that have been built. The first school of thought is that if you are retrieving security details, particularly the police from VIPs, are you making us vulnerable to the people? Are you making us vulnerable to the bandits? Are you making us vulnerable to kidnappers? The second school of thought is the emotions of Nigerians. What are they doing? They are just chopping Nigerian money. Are they more important than us? They are more important than us. If you check the global practice, in the US, they operate secret security service attached to VIPs in the US. Personal protective details, that is PPD, is used in the US for presidents, vice presidents, principal officers of the Congress, and their families. If you step it down a little bit, we have what is called local law enforcement agencies in the US. They are used for other VIPs aside from the president and others, like senators and so on and so forth. And if you step it down a little bit, we have private firms in the US that are being used, like World Protection Group. that is used in the US. In the UK too, the Royal Specialist Protection is used for the royal families in the US, and private firms are used for others. What I'm trying to say is that we have civil defense, NSCDC here in the country. Some are saying that these NSCD officers, like the local law enforcement agencies in the US, will be attached to senators, to rep members, and so on and so forth. But the fear of the senators and rep members are they as well trained as the police? And that's why Nigerians have been emphasizing that we have to step up the scale of the NSCDC too. The fear they have now in their own quarters is that the president is exposing them to danger. And Nigerians are saying, oh, look, you guys are too comfortable.
But do you agree with that?
Well, a lot of Nigerians...
Well, I agree with the international standard that they should be protected, especially at the moment in which we are now.
But shouldn't everybody be protected?
Of course, that is where I'm coming to. If you look at the composition of the Nigerian police, the number, we have, the research shows now that we have about 371,800 police officers across the country. But unfortunately, about 45% of this number are attached with one important personality or the other. Remember, we are not talking about the president alone. We're talking about president, vice president, their wives, their advisors, governors, their advisors, ministers, senators, rep members, chairman, local government.
Even
so
clubs.
If you look at
even clubs
now, the 371,000 that we have is, amounts to about 600 citizens to one police officer.
Yeah.
So if you remove the one attached with the VIPs, then we have about 850. Allocated to one person, to one citizen in Nigeria. You people in Lagos are very, very fortunate, or those in Abuja. You need to travel to a place like Anambra and go to Nese village. From Nese to Nebo, you may not meet a police officer on your way. Yeah. From Nebo to Ekolobia, you may not meet one until you get to Oka. The same thing in Kwara State. Yeah. If you move from Adeta roundabout to Pakata, to Odiavanda, to Ojaba, you may find just one police officer.
Sorry, I have to butt in here.